Welcome back. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest car buying questions, petrol or diesel. It's not just about which pump you use. This choice affects your wallet, your driving, and even the planet. We'll break down the real differences, pros and cons, so you can make the smartest decision for your lifestyle. We've gathered insights from AckoDrive, Toyota Creek, and Carwow to make sure you get the facts, not just opinions. By the end, you'll know exactly which fuel type fits your needs. We'll cover running costs, driving feel, and what the future holds for both. Buckle up. Let's settle the petrol versus diesel debate once and for all. Let's start with what matters most to many: fuel efficiency. Diesel has long been the MPG champ, especially for high-mileage drivers. Diesel fuel is more energy-dense, so you get more miles per liter, often 20 to 30% better than petrol, according to AckoDrive. On long motorway journeys, diesel's efficiency really shines. You'll stop for fuel less often, saving time and money. But if you mostly drive in the city, the gap narrows. Modern small petrol engines are surprisingly efficient in stop-start traffic. And don't forget, diesel cars usually cost more upfront. You need to drive enough miles each year to make up for that higher price. AckoDrive suggests doing the maths. Compare the price difference to your annual fuel savings to see how long it takes to break even. For long-distance drivers, diesel still wins on fuel economy. But for city dwellers or those with lower annual mileage, petrol's lower purchase price and solid efficiency make it a strong contender. The bottom line? Your driving habits should decide which is cheaper for you. There's no universal winner, just the right choice for your lifestyle. So before you buy, grab a calculator and be honest about your mileage. That's how you'll save the most in the long run. Now let's talk emissions, a hot topic in the petrol versus diesel debate. Diesel engines, thanks to their efficiency, emit less CO2 per mile than petrol. That's good for climate change. But here's the catch: diesels produce more nitrogen oxides, NOx, which are harmful to air quality and health, especially in cities. Modern diesels use tech like DPFs and AdBlue to cut emissions, but these systems need long drives to work well. Short trips can clog filters and lead to costly repairs. Petrol engines, on the other hand, emit more CO2 but much less NOx and particulates. Their emission systems are simpler and more reliable for city driving. New petrol engines with direct injection now have particulate filters too, keeping them cleaner than ever. For urban air quality, petrol has the edge: fewer complications, fewer health risks. If you're a city driver, petrol is the cleaner, lower-maintenance choice. For long-distance drivers, a well-maintained modern diesel can still be clean, but only if you're regularly on the open road. The takeaway? Consider where and how you drive. Emissions aren't just about the fuel, but about your habits. Regulations are getting stricter, so think ahead before you buy. Cleaner air and fewer headaches often mean petrol is the safer bet for most. The environment and your wallet will thank you. Let's look at the total cost of ownership, because buying a car is just the start. Diesel cars are often pricier to maintain. Their complex emissions systems, DPFs, EGR valves, AdBlue, can mean higher bills and more things to go wrong. Short trips can clog filters, leading to expensive repairs. Petrol cars are simpler, usually cheaper to service, and have fewer costly components. Resale value? Diesel used to win, but not anymore. Negative press and city bans have hit diesel values hard. Today, efficient petrol cars and hybrids often hold their value better. Carwow's data shows 3-year-old petrol models often fetch a higher percentage of their original price than diesels. So, while diesel might save you at the pump, higher maintenance and lower resale can wipe out those gains. For most drivers, petrol's lower running costs and stronger resale value make it the smarter buy. Unless you're a high-mileage motorway driver, petrol is likely the cheaper car to own. Think beyond the sticker price. Total cost matters most. Now let's talk driving feel, because cars are about more than numbers. Diesel engines are all about torque-strong, low-end pull that makes motorway cruising and towing effortless. You don't need to rev a diesel hard, just ride the wave of torque for relaxed, easy driving. That's why diesels are favorites for big SUVs and anyone towing heavy loads. Petrol engines, meanwhile, are more about revs and responsiveness. They're lighter, smoother, and more fun on twisty roads. You'll need to work the gearbox more, but that can make driving engaging and sporty. Modern turbo petrols have closed the gap, but diesels still win for effortless muscle. For refinement, petrol is usually quieter and smoother, especially at idle and low speeds. If you want a quiet, smooth ride, petrol is the way to go. If you crave torque and do lots of motorway miles or towing, diesel still has its place. It's all about what kind of drive you enjoy most. What about the future? This is where things get interesting. Governments are phasing out new petrol and diesel cars, pushing us toward electric vehicles. Manufacturers are investing heavily in EVs and hybrids, with less focus on new petrol or diesel engines. Diesel's future looks bleak, shrinking market share, fewer models, and more bans in cities. Many brands are dropping diesel from smaller cars altogether. Petrol, especially in hybrid form, is hanging on longer. Hybrids combine petrol engines with electric motors for cleaner, more efficient driving. This tech is extending petrol's life, making it the default for non-electric cars. Diesel is becoming a niche choice, mostly for big SUVs and commercial vehicles. The market is moving fast toward electric, but petrol hybrids will stick around for a while. Buying a new diesel now is a gamble. Future regulations and resale value are big risks. Petrol, especially as a hybrid, is a safer bet for most buyers. The electric wave is coming. Choose wisely if you want your next car to last. The future is electric, but petrol still has a role to play, for now. So what's the verdict? Diesel still makes sense for high-mileage drivers, but for most people, petrol or petrol hybrid is the smarter, safer choice. Petrol cars are simpler, cheaper to maintain, cleaner in cities, and hold their value better. Diesel's advantages are now limited to motorway warriors and heavy towers. For everyone else, petrol or hybrid is the way forward. What do you think? Are you sticking with diesel or switching to petrol or hybrid? Let us know in the comments. If you found this helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more car deep dives. Thanks for watching.